Hi, my name's Victoria Ronningen, and I'm a parishioner at Ave Maria Parish. I live in Lynn with my husband, Kevin, and my two sons. Timmy is 13 and an eighth grader at Our Lady of the Assumption School, and Chase is 10 and a fourth grader at the school as well. We've always been involved in the parish. I serve on the baptism ministry, and you may have seen Kevin and Chase singing in the choir. And Timmy has volunteered as an altar server and has done readings during the school masses. My journey to Ave Maria Parish started in Brooklyn, New York, where I was born. I was raised Catholic, and family was always the most important thing in my life growing up. In fact, it still is today. I've lived all over the country, met my husband out in Oregon. About 15 years ago, we moved to the Boston area and have never looked back. My faith journey has been a slow and steady process and continues each day. As a child, I was excited for things like my first communion. And then as a teenager, it seemed at times we didn't go to church at all because life was busy. But then something happened when I was a young adult living on my own. I remember feeling drawn to have a closer relationship with God. I remember waking up on Sunday morning wanting to get up and go to church. It was when there was no one telling me I had to do these things or I should be doing these things that I felt the strong desire to do them. I know that was God guiding me to the tools and community that would help me the rest of my life. It was also one of the first ways I truly connected with Kevin. Just like me, he was another person my age who went to church every Sunday, and he went because he wanted to. At the time, he played in the worship band, and it was the first time that I realized practicing my faith could be fun and lively and energetic. It was so different than the church experience I had growing up. And I'm so thankful that I've been able to belong to parishes that aren't afraid to liven things up or have ministries that have a more current appeal. We always knew that we would raise our children in the church. What I didn't know when the boys were born was how rewarding it is to watch your children grow in their faith and build a strong relationship with God. To hear my boys tell me that they pray every night fills me with joy. Admittedly, sometimes they're praying for a good test grade, but what I know is most important is they see God as someone they can turn to and someone they can talk to. That's what I want most for them. To know that God is everywhere and present in their lives. He's in the good and in the bad and in the things we don't understand. And they can always turn to God when they need strength or guidance, or maybe a good test grade. And my children already have taught me about God. They've taught me that it's okay not to be a perfect parent, that it's okay to make mistakes, and that forgiveness is there for the asking, and from our mistakes, we grow and we learn. Attending church as a family is something that is so important to us. It's tough when life is busy and the kids have sports and there always seems to be a million other things going on. What I want other Catholic families to know is that giving that hour to God each Sunday is also giving your family the gift of an hour of time together without distractions. It's the best reset button, the best way to recharge. When the kids were younger, they'd be wiggly, sometimes loud. It might be hard to pay attention to the words that were being spoken. But what mattered most and what continues to matter most is that we were all there together. And as they got older, there were opportunities to get them involved in their faith, from singing in the choir to serving as an altar server. I always feel better after leaving church on Sundays, like I have a strength to tackle whatever the week ahead may bring. The last thing I'd like to share is my favorite prayer with you guys. It's the Serenity Prayer, and you're probably familiar with it. And it goes, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. No matter the challenge, this is a prayer that brings me peace and clarity. I'd like to thank all of you for listening and allowing me to share my journey of faith with you.